Okay, Steph, you either get €1 million or you get free Apple products for life. Which do you take?
Million euros because you can buy your three Apple products with the money.
Welcome back to TechCast, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be realistic, it's probably gentlemen. How are you doing today, Stefano?
Okay, same as always.
That's all that's all we're gonna get. That's all we're gonna get.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? We've got an exciting show today. So recently, Apple launched Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro to the iPad, and you'll never see the last episode. So yeah, Stefano, what are you doing? I see you moving around your AirPods. Stop fidgeting.
Nothing.
So yes, Apple recently launched Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. As of recording this, it was yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
And so they released it an hour earlier than they should have. So no one could use it. They could download it, they could subscribe, but they couldn't use it. So it begs the question, have you tried it on your M1 iPad? What do you think? And is the M1 finally worth it in an iPad?
Well, first of all, my iPad's not the M1, so I can't try Final Cut. But
Sucks to be you.
this morning I downloaded Logic because I was going to use it for this, but then I realized if we're doing
Mm-hmm.
the video, that's kind of going to be a bit messy, so I ended up not using it. But it works exactly the same as on for what I
Yeah.
use it for. It works exactly the same as on the
Mm.
laptop. So if I was to use it in the future, it should be okay.
Mm.
Anyway,
Like
should be
Final
fine.
Cut on the iPad, I feel like, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't use the Magic Keyboard to its fullest abilities. Now, I was looking at iJustine's video on it, and she made a great video. And the first thing she said was no external hard drive support, number one deal breaker. And like, it feels like it was designed around touch first. But there are
Well,
some,
makes sense. It's
yeah.
on an iPad, so it makes
Now,
sense.
I get it's a Final Cut Lite type thing, and I've seen a lot of people speculate,
Yeah.
yeah, that it was supposed to be a Final Cut Lite, but you have to send it to the Mac for a lot of things. Now, if you're just doing basic editing, it's brilliant.
Yeah, for
But like
most people that make
someone,
most YouTube videos, it's fine.
yeah,
It's not for anybody doing
no.
really advanced stuff.
And here was me hoping that they'd find a way to like market the mini LED display in the iPad,
Oh, I think
which
they
would be
kind
a
of did,
brilliant
didn't they?
use.
Yeah, sure.
But
They didn't even. It's very, very basic color grading, even more basic than what Final Cut offers
yeah,
on the Mac. So,
I don't like that because although there's the argument there that DaVinci Resolve is on the iPad, so you can
yeah,
take the footage you record, put it into DaVinci, color grade it, take it out of DaVinci, put it into Final Cut, create a project, export the project, upload the project. It's just a mess.
yeah,
Do you not agree? Like
yeah.
they had the
It
chance
becomes
to
a
make
mess.
something really, really powerful here, and
I
they
don't.
just didn't.
There must be a reason for it. The external hard drive thing is that it's not that we're not saying that the iPad doesn't support external hard drives. It's that Final Cut
Final
doesn't
Cut,
support editing on an external hard drive.
yeah. And what's really strange is if you take a project library and bring it to the Mac, you can't bring it back to the iPad.
Yeah, that's
So
really irritating.
if I go and I want to say, oh, I have to run out for a while, but I need this edit done, but I need to come back to the Mac later on or the iPad later on to go out again, and I want to bring this project with me. You can see how this would be handy for some people. You take the project, you start on the iPad, you put it on the Mac when you get home, then you have to leave, so you throw it onto the iPad and go. What? I can't do that? Isn't that
Yeah,
the
I
whole
know it's
point?
so annoying. I guess it's because if you bring it to the Mac and if you do the more advanced stuff on the Mac, the iPad can't do that, so it probably doesn't support all the files and all the stuff and all that stuff to put it
Yeah.
back on the iPad again. So that's probably why.
Yeah,
If it ever
yeah.
does get further than just being a Final Cut Plus,
Mm.
then they'll probably will hopefully at some point they'll add that. But for now, no.
€5 a month is fair for what it's offering at the moment. But if they were to increase the price at what is at the moment, I wouldn't think it would be very good of an option. I've seen people argue on Twitter, oh, couldn't they offer a one-time payment and then you get it for life, or you pay installments? I just like, why, Apple? Maybe
Because
they
there's
thought it
people,
was weird that people would see a €300 purchase in the App
yeah.
Store. But like,
I
I've
don't
seen
think
apps
it's
go for
weird. I've seen,
€900.
that there was where a while ago there was news about
Mm-hmm.
just some random guy who made this stupid app that was 1,000. There was like 999 or
And
something.
people bought it.
Because
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I saw on Twitter was once someone said, "Why limit creativity?" Whereas I technically don't think it limits
Mm.
does because that forces you
Yeah.
to get more creative. But the other thing that I saw was someone was saying, yeah, but if someone just wants to use it once, they're not going to pay €300. But if you're that kind of a user, you shouldn't be using Final Cut in the first place, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
iMovie or even KineMaster or CapCut or something like that would
Luma
do fine.
Fusion. It's a
Or
one-time
LumaFusion,
purchase.
yeah. And it's only
I'd
25
argue.
euro as
I'd
well.
argue Luma
It's
Fusion
only
is a
25
better
euro.
product at €25. It's actually a better product at €25.
I haven't used it extensively, so I can't really. I
Yeah,
have it,
like
I just haven't used it extensively yet.
apart from the, of course you haven't. Apart from the multicam stuff, which I'd want to do on a computer anyways because it's faster. You just press one two
Yeah.
three one two three one two three on the keyboard. Like LumaFusion can do everything Final Cut can, and it's cheaper. Just get LumaFusion.
Yeah. Just
Like
double
it doesn't make
checking.
sense.
Just want to double check something first, technicality wise here. Um,
But
it,
does it make the M1 iPads worth it?
I don't know.
The M1 iPad Pros.
Pros, maybe the Air, since
Mm.
it supports it, so maybe might make the Air worth it.
But you'd make the argument 1 terabyte if you're really using the software.
Does
Some
the Air
people
not have
need
one
the
terabyte, or is that only the Pro?
no, just the Pro.
Uh, well, then a refurbished Pro.
Mm-hmm. Or used. I was actually walking past a pawn shop there a couple of days ago and I saw an M1 iPad Pro for €600. 12.9 inch.
64 gig.
128. No, 128.
Not too bad.
So someone sold their iPad the week before a Final Cut launched. Well,
See,
pawned
this
off their iPad.
128 gigs would be fine if they
If it was actually 128
supported
gigs.
that, and if it supported external
Mm,
editing off an external drive. You could still offload
yeah.
stuff onto the drive, but that's no good with anything below 512 gigs or even a terabyte.
Yeah, no. Like, if you're editing, like, I've seen people make the argument, yeah, it's possible to edit a movie on this. And if you're just an indie filmmaker or whatever, yeah, probably. But no one's going to do this. I'm sorry. Nobody's going to be editing off the iPad Pro.
Yeah,
Unless it's just for a cheap school project.
maybe. But mainly, probably just YouTubers are the main. You can see by
Mm-hmm.
what all the effects and stuff that they put
Mm-hmm.
into it is that they've aimed it towards social media slash
Yeah.
YouTube kind of people, and not even the professional YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Really, more just people starting off. It lowers the barrier of entry because of the iPad Air price, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't need the keyboard. It'd be
I'm,
better and a better
yeah.
experience, but you don't need it. So you could just buy the Apple Pencil and the iPad and start.
I'm
So it does
disappointed with the
lower the
lack
barrier
of
for them.
Magic Keyboard integration.
I think when I was watching Justine's video, did she
No,
not say that
you
it
can
still does
only
all the same
use
stuff? It's
no,
just you can use
no,
it without it if you want to.
no. You can't actually do all the Final Cut commands. You can only play, pause, up arrow to go to the start, and down arrow to go to the end. That's it.
I thought she
That
used a
is
couple of other commands. No? Okay.
no. It's very disappointing that they don't have any Like, I was expecting to have all the commands. LumaFusion has all the commands. Come on.
That
It's
is
not
weird.
that difficult. It's not that difficult. I'm sorry to figure this out, you know? If I was Apple, I would have just bought LumaFusion, reskinned it, and made it my own. That's what I would have done.
Well, yeah, probably. But maybe,
Now,
yeah, just
it'll
make it
be
look like it.
interesting.
But
LumaFusion works on Android.
do I
The,
have it on
the
that? No, I
Google
don't.
Pixel Fold is coming out soon, and a Google Pixel Fold can run LumaFusion. So will this become an all-in-one Android editing tool, phone? And the Pixel tablet can technically run LumaFusion.
Yeah,
So do we finally have some competition?
maybe.
Because Google seems like the only one who can really make this work.
Well, would you not say that Samsung tablets would be just as powerful, or like the more higher end
Uh,
ones anyway?
Nobody buys a Samsung tablet.
But if it can support LumaFusion and stuff like that, and
Oh,
it has a much,
absolutely.
much better file system for
Mm,
managing media and stuff, so
mm, absolutely.
actually it's one of my it's one of my either two videos. One's a wishlist video, and another one
Yeah, we
is
really need to work
features
on
I
your
want to
thumbnail
do.
skills. We
Oh,
really need to work on your
jeez.
thumbnail skills. I'm sorry, but we really do.
See what you
No, no, no,
gave
no,
me
no.
is
This
exactly
guy,
what I was thinking, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. I
mm,
couldn't figure out how
this
to
guy,
get
right?
this
He had
the mask
a
out.
dark red wallpaper or a dark red gradient, just pictures, with an orange piece around the
It
phone,
wasn't even a
right?
gradient, it's just solid.
Even worse. Then he had these cheap looking screen, like phone PNGs. And then in black thin Arial writing, Android, iOS, and a white arrow pointing to each. I wouldn't give my dog that for dinner.
Oh
It's
well.
not appealing, Stefano. You need to
That's not
learn.
what I wanted it to be. It's because I
Mm,
couldn't figure out the masking
mm.
on Infinity Photo, so I was just going with whatever I could get out of it at that time.
You know what you wouldn't have a problem with if you did that?
But now that I have that
Mhm.
Apple frames shortcut you gave me, that make things a lot easier, a lot better.
Yeah, you only discovered Siri shortcuts today.
No, I know shortcuts are a thing. I just didn't know that that specific
Yeah.
one was a thing.
And how long have you been in the tech community, Stefano?
Fairness, it's not like it was plastered all over the place.
It was for a while there, let's be real.
I never saw one YouTube video about it. Not one. And when I searched it up today, they were all insignificant people, except for what was it?
Wow. Way to put it like that.
Macworld, is it? Or Mac Address?
Mac
With
rumors.
Federico
Hmm.
but
Mac
with
rumors,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, Mac Rumors. They're the only out of everyone, they're the only ones that everybody would know that put one out. But then apart from that,
Yeah.
like all the other videos were like
Hmm.
small people that nobody ever heard before, so like being up on
Yeah.
recommendations or anything.
Well, I mean, my stuff has been in the recommendations and I'm a nobody.
Yeah, but you have videos with like over 25,000 views, so your
They didn't
videos
start
get.
like that.
Yeah, but you have videos with those kind of views, which these people don't really. So,
Yeah.
but point just being that
Hmm.
it wasn't all over the place. It wasn't like
And
it was
Stefano
obvious.
and Stefano hates small creators, that's what it is.
Shut up. Yeah, so I hate myself.
Hmm. Yeah, it checks out. So yeah, there was also news that Apple is still working on their headset and it's still gonna be over $1,000 and you're still not gonna buy it, and that's okay because we're not going to either because it's gonna be well over 5 grand here in Ireland.
Probably we'll see. We won't know anything until the event, but I'd say it's probably
I'm
going to
going
be
to
very
put a
expensive.
tenner. I'm gonna put a tenner on them not releasing the headset at Dub Dub.
Who are you going to
And
give
it's
it
gonna be
to?
it's gonna be like a cheapo, like, oh, we launch a new AR app for developers,
That'd
not
be so
actually a
funny.
headset. That's like,
Because even the
yeah.
invite, it mentions Swift. It
Mm,
doesn't even say anything about.
mhm.
Like, I
That
wouldn't be
implies
surprised if.
that
Oh,
they're still phasing out Xcode, because a couple of years ago they did mention that Swift is the new primary language.
yeah,
So
so like, I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's overhyping it to be hardware, and all it is maybe they might just say, oh, they might show off the OS, and they might show off. Maybe not
no,
the. Oh no, they can't do that without showing off the hardware. That makes no
come here,
sense.
come here, come close, come close.
My mind
Because
was they show off. They gave developers the tools to
Mhm,
develop for it, and then they show off the hardware later. But you
mhm.
probably can't show the hardware. You have to show the
Come
hardware
here,
first to do
come
that.
here,
That makes no
come
sense.
here. You hear me? This is not a developer conference, not a hardware conference. This is a
Yeah,
software conference. You do not get hardware at this event. You might get a
except
15
the
inch MacBook Air that was supposed to come out last year. That's about it.
15-inch MacBook Air, a 2019 Mac Pro, and a 2017 iMac Pro.
You're literally, this MacBook Air should have been out last year, and you're only getting it now because supply is available now. That's literally the only reason. So, like,
Yeah.
sucks to be you.
Ah,
I am going to laugh in everyone's face when this developer headset does not get launched. And I did kind of shaft myself in a way, because on the other podcast I was doing for a while, I did technically make a promise that I'd switch to a Pixel for a month, if as my primary sim, if they released, if they did not release the headset. So
hold you up to that, so.
the clip's still around. The clip's still around. If you can find it, you can hold me to it. But that's about it. But honestly, a Pixel 6a is only like €360 now. It's not
Yeah,
bad. Although
not
I would
bad.
rather switch to a nothing phone over a Pixel.
Yeah, I saw this thing on Twitter today. This guy compared it to
Mm.
some phone called Lava something, some Chinese brand. The Nothing Phone one, because
Mm.
it was make the point he was making is that making out to be premium
Mm.
brand
But
when they're
nothing is a
not.
premium brand.
He's saying they're not because he compared it to this other phone like Lava something was I can't remember the model name of the phone.
Mm.
But it was Lava something, and they that is a non-premium brand, and he's
Yep.
comparing the specs and stuff, and he's being like, "Oh, it's very
Mm.
similar. This phone's
Oh,
better." And it's like it made
mhm.
no sense to me.
I can understand that, okay? For the record, I can understand him saying OnePlus isn't a premium company. For now, it doesn't look like it. But you're getting premium hardware at the price of a budget flagship. Budget, premium flagship, budget.
Budget, as
So,
in budget
yeah,
years ago.
higher end, higher end budget. iPhone SE pricing, if that
Yeah.
counts as a budget anymore. Mid range pricing. So you're getting a flagship at that price. So this year, nothing is announcing a $1,000 phone. Can you imagine the specs on that?
It would probably be a great film, but I would say
Mhm.
their audience probably won't like it.
No, the audience probably won't like it, but that's what the next generation, the successor to the Nothing Phone 1 will be. They'll just give that a revamp and then give you a flagship, because it's very doable. I think, honestly, nothing should do it.
Yeah,
There's
they
nothing
probably
wrong with it. Hey.
because the Nothing Phone 2, isn't it supposed to be
Mhm.
that's what you're talking about, the Nothing Phone
Yeah.
2. But I liked the look of the Nothing
Mhm.
Phone. I'd like to
Mhm.
try one. Hopefully
Shut.
they
Mhm.
devalue a lot so they get cheap. You can buy one and
I
try
saw
it.
one for 400 just there last week in Cork. I was tempted. Tempted. Shout out to Cormac, by the way, Crosshaven Computers. Biggest fan of the Nothing Phone. You call yourself an Apple sheep? You should see how he is when it comes to nothing. No, he's the biggest supporter of nothing, and I respect that, because they are a great brand. They just need a little push.
Yeah.
Mm,
You
yeah.
can, I was on Twitter a lot today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
for me, that's unusual. But anyway, the
Clearly.
the I saw another tweet of some guy. He compared a Samsung Galaxy Note 3 to the iPhone 11. He was comparing the screens. So the way Samsung did OLED ever since the start of the Note, ever since the start of the S line.
Yeah, but those were crap, and those were crap. They had burnt in, and they were first generation technology.
He's just basically showing the face front value of like the colors and stuff like that. And he was making fun of the iPhone. I'm like, first of all, you're comparing it to the non-OLED model.
Should we bring up the waterproofing and
Yeah, that was
and the
shy.
and the
They had
removable
shy.
battery? Should we should we bring up the fingerprint scanner and the removable battery and the plastic back and the removal of wireless charging
The
and the
removable battery
camera?
actually is not that bad, but the rest of it,
Mm.
actually,
Well, you don't get.
the Note 3 had a fake like leather back.
Oh yeah, and that crump that went bad. Do you wonder why they didn't do that again?
So
Yeah.
After that they went to glass. Oh no, sorry, they did it for the Note 4 as well, and then the 5 they went to glass.
RIP Samsung Galaxy Note series.
But yeah, they compare it, and I was like, that's kind of
Yeah.
doesn't make sense because first
No.
of all, you're comparing what's supposed to be the cheaper version of the iPhone to a flagship Galaxy.
Yeah.
You can't even use price as a reason they did that
Mm.
because the iPhone 11 still costs like a lot more than a
Yeah, because
used
people
Note
want the
3.
iPhone 11. That's the difference.
And it's like you can't even use cost. So if you can't use cost, compare the Pro. And you compare the Pro, I
The
bet you they
pros,
won't. They'll have
yeah.
nothing to say.
Fake leather
Screens were
back,
talking about.
glass back, OLED screen, better OLED screen, removable battery, bigger battery. Do I need to go on?
No, I'm joking. I don't care about that honestly anymore.
Stainless steel, plastic piece of crap.
When they used to paint the plastic to look like
Ah.
aluminium or something. Remember?
Samsung still paints their aluminum so it looks like stainless steel. Why don't they go all the way? Why
I
don't they
don't
go all the
know.
way? That would
Money,
look so much
profits.
better. That would be so much better. Like I remember seeing the Galaxy S10 Plus, and it was like you have one. It
Yeah.
looks like it's stainless steel on the sides, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's
Especially,
very shiny. I know it's aluminium,
yeah,
but look, it's just very
yeah.
shiny.
But even like
Yeah.
the white one had a silver side, and it looked stainless steel, but it wasn't. Like why? Just
This
go all the
has
way,
to be.
Samsung. Not they
This,
didn't even do it for the nose, and the nose could have justified
yeah.
it.
Oh wait, the Note didn't have stainless
No,
steel.
never had stainless steel. They just painted the aluminum to make it look like that.
No, no, don't go stainless steel. Go titanium because it's stronger, lighter, and
Yeah, but
but
I prefer
probably
the
more
stainless steel
expensive.
look. I prefer the stainless steel look.
All out of all Galaxy designs,
The
which do you
S10,
prefer the most?
the
This one.
S10, easily
The
S10 Plus. Yeah,
Yeah, that's I think out of the S line, this is the best looking one.
yeah, it's the first
Like
one that
even
actually made a move on looking good. I
like
mean,
even just the camera on the
the
back,
S8
it's
was
the best.
nice as well, but it's
I have one
just
of those as well.
yeah, and you make crap out of it as well
Well, I bought it broken. So I didn't at the time. I didn't realize it was
because you
broken.
knew you were going to break it anyways. Gotcha.
But yeah, the S10
Yeah,
Plus is one of the best looking phones, and I love this red as well.
yeah.
Never
Just
does a
give me a
red like this
product, just give
anymore.
me a product red iPhone,
Oh yeah, actually,
iPhone Pro.
I wonder
What
if the
will
product red this year is going to be like more of a maroon red, or if it's going to be a red red
okay? Put your
if it comes out.
cast your bet now. What is the special color this year? Last year it was purple. The year before that, blue. The year before that,
Yeah.
blue.
One sec. My RAM, why? Well, I'm recording a podcast with Connor now. Yeah. How long have we been going for? I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'll be.
Okay, so cast your vote now, Stefanos, because there was last year it was purple. The year before that, blue, and the year before that, blue. What do you think this year is going to be?
Either go back to green, or
Oh, there
but they
was a
kind of
green.
The 11 green, yeah. That's the best green. I think now
Mm,
I don't know whether I prefer the 11 green or the 13
I like the
Pro
13.
green.
I like the 13 Pro green more because it was actually green.
Um,
I actually prefer the 13 mini green.
the shiny, the glossy green.
Mm, well, mostly the aluminum, how it looks with the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what will
I
it be?
don't want the
We all
red
know
color.
we all want product red, but it's not going to be product red, and it's not going to be jet black, and it's not going to be a matte black
Well, they
because they
could
never
do the
do that.
maroon red, just not call it product red.
Mm, eh,
Because product red historically has been quite, even if it's been quite dark, it's
mm,
been quite a bright, like intensive red.
yeah. Now, because it is the
Never been like quite,
titanium, there's a chance. There's a chance
maybe.
because it's titanium. But oh, I'm trying to think. What actually is it? Like, oh, they could do a yellow.
No, they will not do a yellow. You can't make a yellow look to do the shade that
Mm,
you'd need. They would want to do for the pro. You could not
yeah.
make it look good. You can't make it look pro.
I
No,
mean,
it looked
if we
like
go off
urine.
the last few years' trends, it might actually just be another purple, just a different shade.
Could be, or just another blue again.
I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind. I would. I would.
Would not
I
be
think they
upset.
might do red. I think I'll go red. The maroon red that people are saying is rumored.
I'll, you see, we've always got that.
Because people might be saying it's maroon
Mm,
red, but there's also this thing with colors where people just
mm,
don't know what a color looks like, and you're calling it something you
yeah.
think it looks like. So it mightn't even be maroon. It could be close
I'll
to
just go for a
bronze or
different
brown.
shade. We could just go for a different shade of purple, honestly. I think they'll actually do it. So the room would have the pink and then and a new blue, regular
Yeah,
phone.
hot
What
pink
if
and blue.
they genuinely they might just give you a shade of pink as your new shade of purple this year?
Maybe.
Mhm. That's what I think they'll do, honestly. I think that's actually what they're
Or
going to
even
do.
purple where it's almost pink.
Barely pink, if Google called us something.
Yeah, their
No,
names for colors are
that's
hilarious.
it. We figured it out. We figured it out. And
We'll
you can
see.
figure out how to go down to the comment section below and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. We are almost at our half an hour mark,
Hmm.
and I just want to remind everyone that you can indeed rate the show. It does in fact help. And then next week, if we get a comment in the meantime or a rating, we'll call it out on the show. You can be as abusive as you like. Go ahead. And with that, thank you very much for watching. Any last words, Stefano, before they take you out back?
No.
All right. That's the last you ever saw of Stefano. Goodbye.
Goodbye.